Okay, my friends, welcome to this match. Oh, did you hear that? That's wind. After a heat wave in Latvia, we have wind and rain, which I guess is normal. But for me, it's a little bit like, what are we doing, guys, you know? What are we doing, weather? Why are you tricking us like that? We literally had one, hot day. Boom, it rained all night. Okay. Welcome. Now, this is a sad day for Yorick. Why? Literally like 16 hours ago, one of the biggest names in the League of Legends Yorick production community. Oh, I actually clicked on him instead of the CS. Don't like that. In League of Legends production universe, quit on Yorick, which is Ninetales. And then I was going through the comments, and lo and behold, Slogdog wrote a comment saying, not gonna be focusing on League and Yorick anymore. So, yeah, who else is there? Is there? I think there is one player who is playing Yorick. Camp Psycho, I believe his name is. Maybe someone else. Sorry, no offense if I don't know you. It's just that, okay, the most important thing is that I don't die to this guy. That's the most important thing. I almost advocate using Ignite early if you can't, if your feet is held to the fire and they start burning up, you press that Ignite, okay? You just do it. And since Ignite is going to get buffed, you can easily do stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to slow push back to me, which is wonderful. And I'm just going to wait in these bushes. So what's the reasoning is something I do agree with. They said that they don't want to not play him as a minion mancer, okay? That's about it. I shouldn't have done this. I was too eager to get that mana flow band, and now I'm going to suffer for it. It's okay. It's actually not okay, but... oh. Careful. He wants it. There it is. Can I get the mana flow band? Yes, I can. Boom. Only 4 remaining. Actually, I gotta be real careful with that cannon minion, because it's gonna die from one shot. Okay, which one do I need? Which one do you need more to hit? That's gone probably, yes. This one is Q. This one is like this, and almost perfect. Now that's Silas. I can't go there, sorry. I have way too important stuff here happening in my lane. And you might think that, hey man, it's not important. Yes it is. Because I don't have TP, and I have to just get that that mana flow band from this Garen. And if I don't until level 6, then I'm gonna have a bit of trouble, okay? And since now this is slow pushing back, I actually probably should watch some Alois, because he speaks about stuff like this. Oh, sweet lord. Gonna miss a cannon. Yeah, this fundamental's gone, don't have fundamentals. Damn, I'm actually, that's one thing I do want to learn about. I just do want to learn about it. Please don't gank me now. Please don't do it. Okay. I have to wait for my Ignite again. That's one of the beautiful things. If you use your Ignite early enough, you're going to get another one until level 6. And that's going to be pretty good. But now if I get ganked, my feet are up to the pressure, okay? To the pressure cooker. Actually, okay. 1, and yes, there it is. Where is the gank? Where is it coming from? Okay, slapped him, very good. Okay, another E. And now I think, I can either go back or poke him away. Poke him out of the lane. I have to poke him out of the lane. I have to take that that risk of dying to a gank and poke him out of the lane, you know, because the name of the channel, after all, is Pokerick, and as you can see, I took it back to the past, and I took it upon myself to play. Oh, he's gonna be baited by Maiden. Look at that. She's wearing something low cut at the bar. This guy just, you know, just going in there. I really have to hope that. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave. I can't risk it, sorry. I just literally can't risk it. I can't, you know, I know that he's in trouble. My lane is just, I guess, what they call too volatile. It's a little bit too volatile there. Now it's not gonna be anymore, so we can try doing that. Yeah, sorry, you have to give it. I should have played better. But we'll see. I'll try to do. I'll try to help you next time. You know, top lane is not really a lane that Yorick can really sustain. He has used it, right? Yeah. Okay. Where's Garen? Let's heal on this and getting these. Oh no! Sweet Lord. Yeah, flashed. Let's heal with these. And he's out. Is he? Is he? Is he? Yes, he is out. He is out from the... because of the fruit. Sweet Lord, he's out because of the fruit. No, don't do that. I'm gonna get the level up, won't I? I'm actually not. So, gotta be real careful with this. Okay, not gonna happen. Don't do that, Garen. Garen! Oh, I should have been there, because he would have touched me instead of the Maiden, and he would have been, you know. Okay, I have to avenge her now. I have to avenge her now. Okay, Garen. Garen. You're playing against the Pokerick. You're playing against the Pokerick. Gonna poke you out of the lane. There it is, slowly creeping back up. Slowly creeping back up. Here we go. Where's that gank coming up? That's the most important thing, that gank coming up, you know. Okay, he should have known that now he goes in. Yeah, he should have went in. Okay, Garen. Garen. This is intense. I don't know about you, but this is really, in my mind, this is one of the most intense lanes of my life right now. My CS is kind of healthy. I would call myself a gap at this point because he joined that grub fight. Oh, there it is. There's that poke. I need to soften him up a little bit once in a while, simply because, you know. Okay. Simply because, you know, you kind of need to do that. Oh, sweet Lord. Nah, lost the cannon. Unlucky. Still ahead in CS, so it's good. Okay. So yeah, you know, Yorick community losing Yorick influencers left and right because of Freak's decisions, right? Freak's decisions. Now this guy has boots, and those boots kind of don't give him really nothing if you know, if I'm doing those all-ins, right? If I'm doing all-ins, not all-ins, but these trades, they don't really give him nothing. So that poke, you know, it was kind of well played by him that he killed Maiden. So now I can't pressure him. I can't pressure him, as they say, to completion. Because to completion would look like I am at his tower, he's under the tower, and he's getting poked and poked and poked, and one time, and there's going to be that moment, there's going to be that flute music there when the comet just flies, and boom, he's out, right? Okay. There it is, Garen, the thing you've been waiting for. There she comes home. And it's funny that in top lane, that's how it goes. If you don't get ganked, which again I have to be very, very wary of, the wife is going to come home. Oh, I can. Mr. Garen, the poke is up. Okay, let me poke him like this. Boom. There's 1 poke, 2 pokes, 3 pokes. Okay, let's continue this. Unfortunately for me, I lost a plate. There it is. There it is. You know, his feet was to the fire. They were to the fire. So I don't envy him dying like this. I think I can get one. Since I see that the jungler is dead, I have no fear of getting ganked. And I can do an ego recall, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Although, got to be careful with this melee minion, because for some reason he keeps hitting me like he owns the place. Is this guy going to interrupt me? No. No, Garen, sorry. Just the most beautiful ego recall of all time. The most beautiful ego recall of all time. Now, at this stage in the lane, he's not going to have a good time. That's about all. You know, that's about all. By the way, I don't advocate playing top. The reason I think I'm winning just because he made mistakes. That's it. I don't believe I could have... Oh, don't do that. Okay, he got it. Yeah, I believe he made mistakes, and that's why it was kind of easy. Or there was a jungle gap. Actually, nobody got ganked, so no jungle gap, right? No jungle gap. So, about the Yorick community... what else can I say? People leave in Yorick because they are taking away his minion mancer capabilities. And that is something that I've felt as well. There's that eclipse trigger. You know, the longer he doesn't get ganks, the faster the tower is going to be dead for him. Because this Garen, I don't think he has any answer to the poke. He literally just doesn't have answer to poke. That's it. For me, it's beautiful. I can just sit here and do this all day. To be completely frank, you know. I can do this all day. The only thing that I have to worry about is Maiden getting poked down. And just me having to leave the lane because of Maiden. Yeah, that's the thing I have to worry about. And also, of course, him joining some team fights. Maybe if he flew to the dragon and got it, you know, maybe then. You can't do this. I know you feel the heat. I know you feel the heat and the pressure that you have to do this, but it's just not gonna work, Mr. Garen. Mr. Garen. Like Mr. Freeman, but Mr. Garen. Oh, Maiden. Damn, he actually persuaded her to do that. Oh, sweet lord. Actually, 14 seconds? I think he... I'm gonna keep the pressure on even if I get ganked, you know? Because I just have to. I'm Yorick, right? Poke Yorick with Comet is one of the best siegers of all time. Okay. Okay. He's one of the best siegers of all time. Yeah, I think he dies, right? Yeah, there's that Comet. That was actually Comet diff. Okay, they are doing everything they can. You know, that siege from Mr. Pokerick. I gotta give myself a medal here. You know, I gotta give myself a medal here. I wonder how does he feel? Because that must feel not great, you know, losing against something like this. That must not feel great. Oh no, now I have to fight this guy. It's like I'm the boss. No, are they the boss or am I the boss? Meaning that, you know, like a boss battle in some kind of a Contra game, you know, when you just run and you shoot down the boss, just, you know, you win one boss and then you're gonna get to the minerals, you're gonna get to the gold, and boom, someone else shows up. Okay. Okay. Ever since I discovered that you can heal from these, I see them as healing, you know, these flowers. I gotta be... Oh, no, you don't use wife. You don't use wife. There he is. There he goes. There he goes. Ah, that's unlucky. I should have been. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, he died. Sweet Lord, and Garen is here. We didn't end up getting this, which is a shame, actually, honestly. It's just a shame, because she's not going to get it either, right? Because we do kind of need that. We kind of really need... Okay. My friends, I lost. With all of this, I just lost. Itty what itty. Itty what itty. Now, my question to you, my commentators, is Yorick really in trouble as a champion? Because people keep... Oh, she got it first, actually. Oh, wow. She did get it first. That's good. Is Yorick really in trouble? You know, is Yorick really in trouble? Lucian! Lucian! Whew, Sona almost outclassing that Lucian. Almost outclassing that Lucian. I have a very healthy CS, so I don't have to worry about nothing, really. What I have to worry about is, again, people just TPing to top lane to save the tower. And we'll see if that happens for the second tier tower as well, because I feel like I'm going to take this tower easily. He's going to have the Stride Breaker, is he? Yeah. Boom. Don't take that. I'm the gardener. Tony Gardner. When Tony Gardner skin? Imagine Riot releasing Tony Gardner skin. Sweet Jesus, that would be kind of insane. Let me get that. Let me get that shield. If you shield a shot from a... Garen is really good at being behind. You know, that's what I... It's a little bit similar like Shen. He's really good at waiting for those ganks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to see him at the dragon before I go in on this guy. Yeah, there he is. There he is. I can put the heat on. Okay. Let's up the pressure in the pressure cooker. Let's up the pressure. And I don't believe he can all in me. Yeah, there he is. I was afraid he's going to join that fight, because that's one way for him to win. You know, just joining that fight. Okay. Ignited him, just because I had to keep that pressure on. Please, my teammates, I believe in you. They win. They win that 4v4. Probably because of Lux, right? She's about to buy Leandri's Torment, and let me tell you, Leandri is going to torment this Garen as well. Leandri is going to torment this Garen. Now, one thing about these runes, I haven't used these runes in a while. One thing about them is that... okay. You have a lot of mana, and you are able to do this little siege that I'm doing almost all of the game, only because of this mana flow band and ignite. And by the way, ignite and unflinching are getting buffed. He's baiting out these things, but you know, at some point it's gonna happen. I'm gonna catch him, and okay, at some... Oh no. He knows that to stop the siege, you gotta get the wife, or you gotta get a gank. One of those, which is totally fine. That's that's the wave of the game. That's the way of the game. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision not to die, and just go back. And now the siege is gonna be on. Okay. Oh sweet Lord, poor guy, poor guy. Top gap, yeah, just a top gap. I make one bad back. Something happens immediately. That's why the pressure cooker needs to be up in pressure. You know, it just needs to be up. Okay, maybe he's here. He could be there. Silent. Silence in the high rise. There he goes. Okay, they are gonna get that Herald, which is very not something that we want as a family. If you look at the team as a family, you know. Is he there? There he is, yeah. I had that feeling. I had that feeling that he's there. Garen is, getting softened up by that wave, which is very good. I need to see his icon, yeah, and then I go. And then I go. Okay. Okay. Silence in the high rise. That's one of the... No. Oh. Silence in the high rise. Where did I hear that? Yeah, that's one of the names of that AI generated for Bossa Nova. It's a very good name. Of course, it's taken from humans, because humans came up with that. But as a sort of cooker mechanism, again, I have to be real careful about that Zhenzhao, because I really want to see him on the map before I continue this siege. I feel a little bit like Heimerdinger, you know. But the difference with Heimerdinger is that Heimerdinger can probably do a 2v1. Oh, does he... Where is that Zhenzhao? Where is he? Oh no, he's here. This guy wouldn't be running like this if he wasn't, right? He wouldn't be running like that if he wasn't. I gotta know. I need some vision, okay? 5v5? Okay. Silence in the high rise. You know, we had a high rise, but not a high rise that you guys know about. It's more like the, my channel is watched from across the world, and some of y'all, of course, have that. Some of y'all have those big... Oh, there's that poke. You have those big high rises, like 12-story buildings, right? You have them. But Americans probably don't even know what is that, right? Because you haven't experienced that good old, soul-crushing architecture from the Soviet Union, where you were made to feel like you are part of the cog in a building that is big and has many, many cells. You're kind of like the bee in a cell. So we had a lot of those buildings. He actually wants me to help. I can. But everybody else also decided not to help you, my friend. Actually, he's fine. Thank you for your service, Amamo. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your service. And, so yeah, the silence in the high rise, that reminds me of, I don't even know why I said that. But that reminds me of when the kids used to use, and I really hope that I have a picture of it that I can show you now, because with my language skills, it's going to be kind of tough to explain exactly how it looks. And it had an elevator, right? And the elevator, okay, my friend Garen, I'm catching you. I'm catching you. So if they allow me, the pressure is going to be on. I just have to see everybody on the map and then I go in. If I don't, I actually don't have a bounty, so it's fine if I die. Why are you farming? Why are you farming? Why are you farming, Garen? Okay, there he is, there they are. So it's going to be 4v4. I believe in you, my teammates. I believe you can take them and take the dragon while I do this pressure here. There's that pressure. There's that pressure, Garen. 50% poke. 50% poke. A little bit too eager with that ignite. Oh no, he's actually in the next... Wow. Honestly? I didn't... Oh, it's Maiden. Maiden, please, please let me take this. Okay. It's good enough that I got him, right? It's good enough that I got him. Unfortunately, they did get that... Yeah, unfortunately, they did get that dragon. It was a clean 4v4, so, you know, it was a clean 4v4. By the way, this is a blast to the past. I have had 2 moments where I can do the flute music, by the way, right? I actually didn't know that Comet can work. I guess it can in specific scenarios. I guess it can. You know? Okay. I do like when Yorick is kind of like the long-range poke mage. Oh yeah, we can do this easily. I can 2v1. I can do it. I have it in me, okay? I have it in me. There's Sona. Actually, don't need to 2v1. I actually need to just 1v... Okay. Oh no, he's here in time. Ah, yes. Yes, my friends. We do get the Baron, but I feel like at what cost? Oh. Actually? Probably good for us, right? Probably good for us. Okay. So this is the moment where I probably have to switch to bot lane. Because if we look at the map, I can see that it's getting increasingly and increasingly and increasingly more dangerous for me to push that lane. Not from the Garen, of course, because Garen, let's be honest, he's not having the best game. And again, in defense of Garen's, I would say 4 out of 5 games would be with me losing against that Garen, right? So this is one of those rare occasions where I win. Actually, I don't know. I would have to play a bunch of 1v1s against Garen's to really, you know, to really kind of gauge that. I think Ignite is really, really important in this scenario for me to be able to just pressure it so much, because the way he died here, I just uploaded the short me Leo run Children Chase. This is exactly the same thing, Garen run Children Chase, right? Oh, I didn't tell you about the high rise. So kids figured out how to... Okay, are they going to gank me? No. If they gank me, both of them, going to be pretty bad. But, oh, no, they won't. They won't. There's that Garen. I'm going to take that inhibitor. Gonna take that inhibitor. Garen. Oh, he died. No, this is the opportunity. One shot. Mom spaghetti, macaroni and cheese, vomit on the sweater already. Vomit on... Okay, I'm going to take this. They're going to die in a team fight. And I'm going to take the Nexus even before... I'm going to take the Nexus. Oh. A little bit too eager. A little bit too eager. A little bit too eager. 2v1. You know, you should thank me for the service, right? I am enough service to my team. Although I should have won that 1v2. What am I doing with all this gold? 1, 2, 3 items against 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a half. I guess and a half to me too. And 1, 2. You know, I do want to hold myself up to a high standard and say, I should have won it. I should have won it, you know. I should have won it. So yeah, we had these high rises, these big high rises, 12 stories. And we had code on the bottom, kind of like the door where you go in. And kids couldn't get in, and they figured out, okay, we can go from the level 1 to level 2, you know, story 1 to story 2, from just climbing up through the side of the building. Again, I'm going to show you the image, and I'm going to draw a line where they did that. And then, as the male testosterone went up, even though we were like 12, 13, but I guess that's the time when it starts. As it went up, so did the goals for the building kind of height. You know, getting the building height went up. Oh, I don't want to be here. I know that they say that Yorick is suddenly a team fighter. No, he's not. He's still not. Especially if you compare his team fighting capabilities of others, of other champions. He is not. There it is, there it is. They do it. There they do it. There they do it. There's that team fighting. Now, the unfortunate thing for me is that... okay, let me tell you something about this team fight. I think we didn't win because of me. We won simply because of our team being just... Actually, it's an equal game. It's an even game. I've been having these games where either team just stomps, and I hate that. And this is just a neck to neck, and I like it. You know, neck and neck. I think that, you know, let me tell you something that I've been thinking recently. I think if you haven't been proactive enough to push the Nexus, to push until to have a split push in place, you have to join that team fight. That's like your punishment. You're in hell. Because it makes sense, right? If you have not split pushed with your Maiden, and let's say it's 1 minute again until Dragon. If I release Maiden here on this top lane, she's going to be pushing, dragging one teammate there, right? I'm going to be pushing mid, potentially dragging two teammates, and my team is going to have a 3.5 people, 1v4, 3.5 v4, which is exactly what you want as Yorick. Oh, okay, they caught him. There's Garen. You know, I feel for you, Garen. I won this one. I won this match against you. Okay. Don't say that, Pokerick. Don't say that, Mr. Pokerick. You might not even, you might not even do anything yet. Okay. Damn, so many thoughts I haven't finished. So many thoughts. Oh. Don't do that. Don't do this. Although I do have the correct chain vest against that. But, they kind of got me. So let me just finish the point from before. If you release the split push, it's going to be great. If you haven't set that up and the dragon is spawning, you better get your ass to that dragon, okay? Because that is your punishment, and that is the right thing to do. You can't do the thing where your team is fighting dragon, and you're very late pushing this, and then you just say, well, I was split pushing, which is something that I do very often. And so what happens then is the enemy team wins the dragon fight, and they are back in time dealing with you, and you do nothing, and you don't want that. And so, yeah, the kids figured out a way to just climb, if you can believe it, from balcony to balcony up. And they just started thinking, okay, it was easy from first to the second floor. I guess I can go to the third and fourth. And then they get to the 12th, and that's not enough. That was the most palm watering moments of my childhood. Even though I was so young, I didn't even have sweat glands before. I didn't even have sweat glands. Okay, there's a fight for something. Silas. He might get poked down over there. Okay. She might get poked down too. Oh, that was good. That was a good R. Silas doing the same thing. That's kind of funny. Star Wars over here. And the most palm watering moment, you know how you watch those videos where those guys are climbing? That's what happened. And even though I feel like, kids don't have sweat glands, at least they don't have them. I heard somewhere that it's very late where you develop sweat as a thing. Oh, damn. Gotta be careful. So my hands were still watering from looking at that. And the kids went from 12th floor up to the roof. And up until this point, when you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and up, I could have... Oh, do it. We can do it. He's a very important champion. He's a very important guy. Let's flank him. There he is, trolling. Trolling. Yeah, he was trolling. Oh, that's Silas trolling too. The ghouls just jumping in there for no reason. By the way, their jumping in air has changed a little bit. They have changed it a little bit. Ah, we win. Because they now jump in a different way. The bugged jumping in air, it's a little bit of in a different way happening. And so yeah, those guys just you know, it's the end. So I have to finish a little bit. They were just climbing from side to side, and then at the end they were jumping on the roof, because up until this point you could just reach the next floor and just kind of pull yourself up, right? But then they decided, hey, I got to just jump. So you're literally hanging on the roof, on the side of the roof of a 12-story building. So, you know, living fast in those kid days. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.